with these students. Parents, we got to do a whole lot better. Grandparents, raise your kids to treat these teachers with respect. I mean, I get it. It's some teachers that have attitudes, but there are some great teachers out there, out here. But today, this student is very disrespectful. And these kids are not raised like when I was growing up. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. You speak to a kid, huh? What do you want? Back in the day, if we had an attitude, our parents know that. When we got home, we got in trouble. So I'm going to share this video, and there's going to be a problem, and there's always a life lesson that you need to learn. So we're going to go ahead and watch this video together.
Are you serious? Who threw this shoe? Who threw this shoe at me? Literally, who threw this shoe? Get the police. Get the police. Who threw this shoe? Who threw this shoe? Speak up. Was it you? So you ain't even got the shoe on.
That's not mine.
This is...
I want to stop this and let you know that a lot of times these teachers are going through this and they're having trouble teaching their lesson. A lot of kids fall behind. It's because the teachers are spending too much time actually dealing with kids like this. I mean, if she this way, then what is her parents doing? Her parents can't handle her. If she's talking to the teacher like this and disrespecting the teacher, then what are she doing, or what is she saying to her parents? I hold the parents responsible. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of parents out here that are working with their kids, telling their kids to be obedient, but they still do what they want to do. But let's go and watch this video.
Definitely your shoe.
No, it's not.
Are you serious right now?
That's not my shoe.
Are you serious right now? You
I'm
really
serious.
took your
That's not my
shoe
shoe.
off and thought it was okay to throw a shoe at me?
That's not my shoe.
It's definitely your shoe. Really? Really? This is your shoe.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Prove it.
I am proving it. You have one shoe on and one shoe off.
I just wore one shoe.
Literally, at this point, let me express something. I am not your mother. I did not come to school to play with nobody else's kids.
Okay.
That was totally disrespectful for you to throw a shoe while I'm trying to teach in my class.
I didn't do it.
At this point, I'm going to ask you to leave. Leave my classroom. You're being disrespectful. Totally.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, you're going to go somewhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
You're definitely going to go somewhere.
Maybe.
You're going
I'm not
to
going
go
anywhere.
out my classroom.
Okay.
Listen. I don't know what your mama allowed you to do. I don't know what your father, your aunties, your uncles, I don't know who allowed you to act like this, but in my classroom, I don't allow it. I don't allow it. I'm not going to accept it. And I want you to get up and get out of my classroom.
I'm not going anywhere.
Did you hear this girl say she's not going anywhere? Y'all, teachers deal with this every single day. When my oldest son was in middle school, it was a teacher that was literally crying because it was actually kids getting on a table, standing up and pulling their pants down. And it's just out of order. Everything starts with the parent. We have to be a parent, y'all, a grandparent. A lot of times parents want to be these kids' friends. My parents was not my kids' friends, was not my friend. And I have kids, I'm not their friend. The Bible says, train a child in the way that they should go. You're supposed to train these kids up. These kids these days, they think that they have privilege. A lot of times they don't know what about life skills, being outside, raking leaves, mowing the lawn, washing dishes, folding clothes, because a lot of kids, what are they on? They're on their tablets, they're on their playing video games, and they don't know. I mean, I fear for these kids these days, these life skills. They need to pick up these life skills and be more respectful to everybody, not only just the teachers. It's kids that are not disrespectful to the students in the classroom. We got to learn to be respectful. That's what we need. This girl is very, very disrespectful, and something has to be done here.
Put your shoe on.
Oh yeah,
Put
thank
your
you.
shoe on. I am. Put your shoe on.
Thank you.
You can put your leg down, put your shoe on, get ready to get up.
I'm not
get out of my classroom.
comfortable like this.
No, you actually really starting to irritate me. I'm talking about on a whole nother level. I have tried to be nice. I have tried to be civil with you. You being disrespectful.
Can you tie this for me?
I'm not tying nothing. I'm not tying nothing.
Did you hear that one? She asked the teacher, can you tie my shoes? That is very disrespectful, y'all. I commend these teachers that are out here teaching, because their salary, They're not getting paid as much. They're not getting a lot of funds to buy things in their classroom. They're asking parents to volunteer to buy these different products. These teachers go to work every single day and they work their best. And there's some teachers out there that are excellent, because my kids had excellent teachers. There were some teachers that was not excellent, but they had some excellent teachers out there that when Teachers Appreciation came, I didn't mind giving them a gift card because they work hard. They deal with all types of children, okay? Whether if it's every kid work on their learning disability, every kid works on different levels. They're very patient. And we got to teach our kids to be respectful to these elders and teachers and, you know, and students too as well. But you saw that. She's asking the teacher to tie her shoes. Tie her shoes. Wow. Unbelievable.
At this point.
Okay. So that was, this woman was very upset about what was going on, y'all. There was a problem. And the problem that I found is that the child was disobedient. Very disobedient. Back in the day when I was growing up, and the principal called the office and told my parents if I did this kind of stuff, I had to answer to my mom and my dad. This girl right here in this video is very rude, you know. And the problem is that a lot of times kids fall behind because the teacher is there to teach. The teachers are not there to babysit your kid. That's the parents' responsibility, is to chastise their child. But so many parents, not all, but so many parents want to be their kid friend. And when the teacher is spending time in the classroom, like as you can see, chastising a kid, trying to get the kid, what do you think the other students that come in and they want to learn? It makes them fall behind because the teacher cannot teach. Okay? She had to call to say, hey, get the police to come in here, because she did not want to leave. Okay? We need to talk to our kids. We need to talk to our grandkids. Hey, when you go to school, you don't go to school to be a clown. If you want to be a clown, join the circus. That's what my mom used to tell me all the time. You go to school to learn. You go to school to get that education, that high school diploma. That's what you go. You go to school to be respectful, not only to your teachers, but your peers too. It's a lot of bus drivers too that I know that drives the bus and say that the bus is very bad because the kids are throwing Skittles in the bus and they got to clean the bus and they don't want to be obedient. It's some kids in there that are obedient and others are not. And then these kids have the nerve to hit the teacher and the teacher can't hit back. Parents, teach your kids to be respectful. It's a lot of parents, they don't get on their kids. Their kids can't even speak when they come into the house. You know, if somebody's in the house, you cannot speak to your relative. You can't speak to people you don't know. Teach your kid to speak. You know, these kids these days, they walk around here and they have privilege. I didn't have privilege. I had to work hard for what I got. My parents didn't give me anything. I had to earn it. I had a job. These days, these kids do not have a job. Parents are working 3 or 4 jobs to take care of a 20-year-old, a 34-year-old. Okay, you got to grow up and make it, because your parents are not going to be with you always. You got to learn how to get out there and make it work and hustle. Parents, we got to do better. There are some parents out there that are telling their kids, you go to school, you go to learn. Be respectful not only to your teacher, but be respectful to your peers. But it's some parents out there that are cheerleading their kids. Go out there and be a bully. Be a bully to your teacher. Be a bully to your peers. And you can't do that in life, because you're going to run across the wrong people and the reaction is going to be different. So look, this is a life lesson, y'all. Train your child up. Tell your child right from wrong. I know there's parents out there, grandparents are talking to their kids every single day, but train your child up in the right way, because, you know, we live in a world today that these computers are raising our children, and we need to raise our kid and teach them to be respectful. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.